Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke test.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
All right, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere. Boy, I almost canceled this show tonight because I'm having so much fun watching the final Sunday of the football season. We got another great game tonight too. So it's good to be with you. Don't worry, I'm going to stick to my schedule. I was a little bit late starting, but that's just because I had a few things I had to bugs to work out. But anyway, it's good to see you guys. Let's see who's in the chat real quick. Oh my God. Well, I mean, this guy is the video man, isn't he? His name is not Fuck Headquarters 2005. No, it's not. He's got a name.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim is here, and he wants all the videos too, boys and girls. Check him out. He wants them all. He wants that one, and he wants that one. So let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. I guess getting it at the beginning of the show isn't good enough, I guess.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
All right. It's good to see you, Tim. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. And he says, get on with it, because I wasn't on yet. I started 5 minutes late. Sorry about that, guys. Also in his Keely Chow, he says, hello, everybody. Good morning from Hong Kong. And, of course, he sees all the chicks in the lead-in videos and the thumbnail. I believe he was talking about the thumbnail, too. And he's nothing but ducks everywhere. What the hell, man? What am I going to do with this guy? He's a good friend, though. We'll keep him around. We just got to do a hand check with him occasionally. Make sure he's, staying focused. Let's see who else is in here tonight. Sam Whitfield is here. What's going on, man? Good to see you. He says, Happy New Year, Joe. LFG. Oh, my God. He wants it, too. Oh, my gosh. Well, okay.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Good to see you, Sam. If you guys aren't following Sam Whitfield, it's actually, I think the channel name is The Whitfield Report. Isn't that right, Sam? You guys need to follow him. He's fantastic. He really is. He shows up on my Wednesday show occasionally. Okay, let's see who else is in here. Let's see. This is one long intro. Yeah, well, hey. I enjoy making videos, man. Trust me, I could make them longer. You want me to make them longer? I love making videos, man. I think it's fun. Keely Chow says in my Jim Mora voice, playoffs? Playoffs? I just hope we can win another game. Yeah, that's a classic clip, isn't it? Let me see if I can find that here in a minute. Sam says, I thought Keely was a woman for a long time. No. No. Not unless he's a flaming lesbian, that's for sure. He's all about the girls, man, no doubt. But yeah, look, guys, we got to check in on the NFL. I've got to check in on it because, look, the most important thing to me today, this was decided last night. I'm sitting at the house waiting for everybody to beat themselves up in the NFC. I'm waiting to see who's going to come to Seattle to play me. Because I don't have to get on a plane again till maybe if I'm lucky enough to get to the Super Bowl, I'll have to get on a plane to go to Santa Clara. But my boys are going to be at home for the playoffs after they beat the San Francisco 49ers last night. But what's really hanging in the balance is our pick'ems. I was 5 ahead before these games started today, and all of a sudden, with guys resting people and all that good stuff, my title could be in peril. It could be in peril. Sam says, my Broncos are winning so far. Yes, they better win. Let me tell you, if they don't win that game, they don't deserve to have the number 1 seed, okay? They just don't. Let's see. Let's go ahead and share the screen real quick so we can check the scores. I'm hoping, let's see, Buffalo, that's been out of hand for a while. They're up 35-8. The Bears tied this one up, and there's 42 seconds left in regulation, and the Lions have it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I picked the Bears in that one. No, say it ain't so. We'll see what happens there. Your Broncos, looks like they've got that one well in hand. The Chargers were resting all their people, so, yeah. Exactly, Keely Chow, exactly. The whiners. Yes, we had to beat them last night. The 49ers are the Oklahoma City Thunder of the NFL. Fuck them and the Thunder. I hear you, brother. He's a maniac. Let's see. The Rams they are handling business against the Cardinals. This was closer than it looks, though. They actually had the lead for a while in this game. The Chiefs are shitting the bed on me. They are going to lose to the worst team in the NFL. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. The Chiefs obviously gave up a safety because these guys had 9 points earlier. Oh, my God. Wow. And I don't know what happened there. I wasn't showing you the stuff, but yeah, this one, and the Bears game. I need to I want the Bears to win this one, and I'd like to see the Chiefs pull this one out. I really would. You need to get one more field goal, okay, guys? They're on the Vegas 23. Don't mess this up, Kansas City. I need you. And then we've got New England handling business all over the place on the Miami Dolphins. Looks like the Eagles are going to dump to the Commandos. They have the ball. They have a chance, but nothing but backups in this game. Doesn't look like the Eagles are really too worried about where they're going to end up playing. But for the Pick'ems, if you guys watch our pregame show, the Pick'ems, this is what I'm worried about. Because if things don't turn around, it could come down to the Pittsburgh Ravens game tonight for the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm watching that closely. Let's see. Keely Chow says, the Cowboys, the Falcons, and the Titans have disappointed me this season. Yes, they have. But go Hawks! That's right. He says, go Hawks. Hell yeah, go Hawks. Look, guys, I put it out on Twitter last night, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Since you brought up the Hawks, brother, I do have to do this. Hang on. I put it out on Twitter last night to make sure everybody knew this. They were saying it on NFL Network last night, but I went ahead and tweeted about it last night to make sure everybody understood. Okay? I put this out there so everybody would see it. Okay? Put this out there where everybody would see it. And Maurice Jones-Drew was talking about it. Seahawks clinched the number 1 seed in the National Football Conference for the 4th time. They have reached the Super Bowl the previous 3 times. So, yeah, it's not boding well for the rest of the NFC right now. Historically, we should be able to handle business and get there. But anyway, tonight is for you guys to get in here and tell me what you want to talk about. I put on the title that we were going to talk about what we're looking forward to in 2026. And we'll talk about plenty of that. But first, to get the party started. Now, some of you, if you don't watch my video game stream, you're not going to understand this. But I made a mistake tonight. Usually I have my cocktail out of a military police shot glass, and apparently it was washed. I went and took it to the kitchen and didn't bring it back here before the show. So I have to drink out of the New Orleans shot glass. Now, this shot glass is, as you can see, tie-dyed. But the guys that watch the... and it's made of rubber. It's a squeezable. It's a squeezable. See? Squeezable. Anyway, this was a gift from my wife. We go to New Orleans about once every, 2 years or so. And I used this on the video game stream one night, and Martin started calling it the It's Ma'am shot glass. It is ma'am. It is ma'am shot glass. He says it's a pride glass. And somebody else, I can't remember who it was, said something about it being an old butt plug. That's not the case. It is a shot glass, as you can see. It is hollow. So, you guys grab your cocktail of choice, and let's toast the new year, boys and girls. Can't be hanging out in the club without having a cocktail. Can't do that. Of course, I'm washing it down with the virus of unknown origin, complete with professionally floated lime and salt on the neck. Why do I drink Corona, you may ask? Well, I'm just not a fan of beer, really. I'm more of a Jack Daniels guy, really. So, oh my gosh, a minute, 1 left, and they put the field goal through. They have the lead. Thank God. Thank you, Chiefs. Hold on to that lead for about a minute, please. I really would appreciate it. Really would. The Lions look like they got this one. Yep, they got it. They got the field goal at the end, it looks like. So, But I have a chance at victory if the Chiefs can hang on. If the Chiefs can hang on. If they can hang on. Let me show you what I'm talking about, guys. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking about things you can't see. Let's see. Killy Chow says, shout out to Snowdub. Is he a Seahawks fan too? Killy Chow? Is he? I thought I was the only Seahawks fan on the planet. But then again, guys, you got to remember something. I didn't start rooting for the Seattle Seahawks when, they started going to Super Bowls. No, sir. And he says, Killy Chow says, yeah, he is. Very cool. Well, then we need to do a show together, especially if it's Super Bowl time. Because let me tell you, this is me back in, I think it was what, 04? With all my mojo around me. And yes, that's a signed Seattle Seahawks Steve Largent jersey. The top of the number, it's his name. And in the middle of the number, he wrote HOF 95. That's the year he went into the Hall of Fame. He's my favorite Seahawk of all time. He's my favorite football player of all time, really. And, yeah, I was wearing my hard hat. That's the number 7. That's not a Kitna jersey. That is a personalized Rivers jersey. My favorite number. I'm a big James Bond fan, so I love the number 7. And so every football jersey I get with my name on it, it's got number 7 on it. And that's a license plate. You see the coffee mug over here? Coffee mug. I mean, I had all my mojo at that time. But yeah, that was back when Matt Hasselbeck was the. And by the way, right here, that's Matt Hasselbeck's signature right there, boys and girls. Saw him take over the reins of the Seahawks the day that Emmitt Smith broke the rushing record against us in Dallas. That was the first football game I ever attended. So yeah, I'm a big Seahawks fan. Been rooting for them since day one. I was 11 years old in 1976 on our country's 200th birthday. Can you believe it's going to be their 250th birthday this year? Anyway, the first, the bicentennial year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seahawks joined the league at the same time. And it's the first time I'd seen expansion in the league. And I said, you know what? I want to be a fan of one of these teams from day one. Flipped a coin, been a Seahawks fan ever since. And those damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they frickin' won the Super Bowl first. Sorry, bastards. I'll put this up there later. Another one I got to show you that's right within reach. This is a copy of the Seattle Times. That's Matt Hasselbeck there, and that's Sean Alexander right there with him. And this is from the day after they won the NFC Championship for the first time. And by the way, that was the first time they had home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Yeah. Did I forget to mention they've played in the Super Bowl every time they've had home field advantage? But I do have to show you one more thing. Hang on. This is my shrine to the Seahawks on this wall right above my computer. That's Steve Largent. That's my boy. That's the guy I rooted for as a kid. Love him to death. That's him. That's the man. Number 80. You'll never see another Seahawk wear that number. It's been retired. As a matter of fact, the only other Seahawk that's worn that number is Jerry Rice. Late in his career, we were the last team he played for. And whenever he came there, he called up Steve Largent. And he asked him, he said, Steve, would you mind if I wear your number? He asked him. And a lot of people, you may not know this. When Jerry Rice was setting all those records, the records he was breaking were Steve Largent's records. He set every receiving mark playing for a bad football team. Never saw a Super Bowl. I don't even know if Largent ever played in a playoff game. But when Jerry asked him, he said, well, hell yeah, man, you broke all my records. Go ahead. You can wear it. You know? And when we got Jimmy Graham from the Saints, I put a post up, and he had to change his number. I think he changed it to number 89, I think. And I put a post up on Facebook. That was the major, social media I was on at the time. And I said, yeah, Jimmy, you can't wear number 80. That number's reserved for Hall of Famers. And and I put a picture of Large and Jerry Rice there. So, let's see. Emmitt Smith will forever be one of the GOAT running backs, along with Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, and Jim Brown. Absolutely, man, dude. He's got the Russian title. Emmitt Smith was a special running back. He was compact. He had the best thing about him was his balance was unbelievable. Tough guy too. Let's see. That's a good photo. Yeah, it is, man. I think my wife got me that one. Or no, I got that one from my dad. The ones that are on plaques, my dad got me those. Actually, he gave them. My dad's got a huge autograph collection. And when Rhonda and I got married, he gave us a bunch of them. If you saw the wall in front of me, I'm looking at Randy White, Joe Namath, Deion Sanders in a Dallas Cowboys outfit. I really want all of Deion's jerseys. I really do. I've got his 49ers jersey. I've got his Falcons jersey. And I need to get the other 3. But I love Deion Sanders. I think he was an awesome player. I got Kerry Collins, Curtis Martin. I have 2 Dan Marinos. One is with him and Drew Bledsoe. It's a picture taken after that epic shootout they had when Bledsoe was the young gun, and I think he was a rookie. And Marino was the old man, and he threw 70 passes trying to keep up with him. It's still the most passes thrown in a football game, and couldn't do it. Marino still beat him. But I've got a Marino by himself. I got a Bob Greasy. I got a Slash. What was that guy's name? Cordell Stewart. My wife she's a closet case Pittsburgh fan. I got a Joe Montana. I got a Jerome Bettis when he was with the Rams, the team that drafted him, not the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I've got a Steve Young. That whole wall is nothing but football signatures and stuff like that. Let's see. 88 is reserved for the best Cowboys receivers. Yeah, I know. And, I would have thought when Drew Pearson wore it, they would have retired it. But I think it's cool that they didn't retire that number and they have the Hoss Flies wear it. I really do. Because, you always hear Michael Irvin talking about, like when Des Bryant wore it, he really was involved with him and that kind of thing. I think that's cool. I mean, it's cool either way. You can either retire the jersey or, pass it on to the next great one. Yeah, it works either way. I think that's pretty cool. All right, so what do you want to talk about tonight? What are you looking forward to this? Of course, I'm looking forward to the playoffs now. I really didn't think my team was going to be as good as they were this year, man. It's pretty damn amazing. And it looks like the Vegas Raiders are going to ruin my party. Yeah, 4 seconds left. Yeah, they got a field goal. Damn it. So our pick'ems is going to come down to the Pittsburgh Ravens game tonight. Wow. Unbelievable. Knock is going to be beside himself. Let's see what he's got to say in here. I'm sure he's flipping out already. Let's see. Raiders win. Well, 8 seconds left. Laugh out loud. How did your dad do? Oh, if you're watching, Ron, Dad pretty much made all the picks I did. He had no chance to catch me, really. You're the only one, man, and it's going to come down to the Ravens against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ron took the Baltimore Ravens. I took the Pittsburgh Steelers, and away we go. It'll come down to that game tonight, looks like. So, anyway, what do you guys want to talk about tonight, man? I'm going to refresh this just to see if Casey might pull it out. I don't think they're going to, though. They're on their own territory, so it does not look like they're going to pull that one out. Denver's going to be the number 1 seed. We'll go ahead and take a look at this playoff setup real quick. Let's see. Schedule. Let's hit schedule, and we will look at, where is the damn, I wonder where the seating is. It should be in here. Hang on, playoff picture. There it is. All right. What is up with my internet tonight? It is going slow, guys. It's going slow. I don't know why that is. I really don't. But we will get around to it. Okay. Maybe it's because they're updating it. I do not know. Let's see. Playoff picture. Come on, man. Are you serious? For some reason, it's not putting the bracket up. We were using this earlier today. But with the results, I pretty much can tell you. The Rams won. So they're going to be the 5th seed. That'll knock the San Francisco 49ers down to the 6th seed, and the Packers are the 7th seed. So Philly lost. Bears lost. So the Bears are going to maintain the 2nd seed. They're going to maintain the 2nd seed because Philly didn't beat them out. There's the playoff bracket. Okay. And it says to be determined. Great. They have to announce the games. They won't do that until after tonight's games. So they should have playoff picture, though. Come on. Okay, it's loading up now. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, it's running slow tonight. Here you go. I don't know why they have this set up like this. But I don't know why that's like that. That is false information. They need to update this. The Broncos are not the number 1. Look, the Patriots are not the number 1 seed. They're the 2 seed. The Broncos won their game, so they're the 1 seed. I don't know what's up with it. It's because they haven't updated it, as you can see. Everything stands pat over here because the Saints lost today. Because the Atlanta Falcons won. That means the Panthers won their division. They will play the Rams. Good luck with that, boys and girls. Good luck with that, Panthers. The Eagles will play the San Francisco 49ers. And the Bears will play the Packers. So I you know what? I think the Panthers get knocked out and the Rams advance. I think that Philly will hold serve against the Niners. And I think that the Bears will hold serve against the Packers. So these two will advance, I think, and I think the Rams will advance as well, which means when they win, they will punch their ticket for a trip to Seattle for round 3 this year. And then the Bears will play the Rams to see if they can go. So that's how I see the NFC playing out. This is wrong. Don't worry, Broncos fans. I'm sure they will update it. Let's keep refreshing. Hopefully they'll update it soon so they don't have pissed off Broncos fans everywhere. Yeah, they still got you listed as number 2. It's because they haven't updated the scores yet. But, oh, and Ron is here. And so is Das Wolfen. He says, hello, all. It's good to see you. I wish your team would have won today. It would have helped me out quite a bit. Let's see. Ron is here. That's Knock, guys. Ronimus TV is Knock. How did your dad do? Is it me? Yeah, it's just you and me. And it's going to be decided by tonight's game. You got 5 wins on top of me. I didn't get any of them right. You got all of them right. You closed the ground. We are tied right now at this point, buddy. And it will be decided with tonight's game. So if the Steelers shit the bed on me, you get the pick'em title for this year. Let's see. My dad pretty much picked just about the same stuff I did. He got Atlanta right. I'm looking to see what else we had different. Really didn't have anything else different. Oh, Pittsburgh and Baltimore tonight we had different. So, oh yeah, and he messed up and picked the Packers today, and I got him on that one. So, yeah, it's you and me, dude. It comes down to Pittsburgh versus Baltimore for the title. Let's see. John says, we lost, but I saw a 300-pound lineman hurdle a Raider in a hook and lateral. That's awesome. That's awesome. Bob, who is Bob Stiana? Is that what that says? Stavana? You're adopted. I am not adopted, sir. I am. I'm living in the house I grew up in. My mom's right in the other room. And no, not like. I'm not Hassan. I'm not living with my mom because I've never left home. Yeah, mom had to move back down with us because of some unfortunate circumstances. Keely says, it would be awesome and hilarious if Bryce Young leads the Panthers to the Super Bowl, to a Super Bowl victory. Roll Tide! Look, man, they backpedaled into the playoffs, dude. Backpedaling into the playoffs, like, for instance, the Bears did not want to go in with a loss. I guarantee you that. And he's calling me an orphan for some reason, and he's spamming orphan, so I guess I'm going to have to take care of that guy. Let's see. Let me go ahead and take care of that real quick. Let's see. Let me bring up my chat. Let's see. What is he talking about here? Oh, boy. There's always one. There's always one, isn't there, boys and girls? Isn't there always one? Let's see. Where is he? Let's see. You know, I don't have to do this very often, so... let's see. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, Bob. That's crazy. Yeah, calling me a little orphan boy. Very weird. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me go back through here, make sure I've got everything. Yeah, the chances of that are very, very slim, Mr. Chow. I really believe that they're going to be out in the first round, but that's just me. There is no Tide in the NFL. Keely. Yeah, well, he's, you know, Bryce Young played for the Tide. He's going to stick with guys that played for his team, right? Ron says, let's go. He wants a video. Okay. Let's see. Where is it? Boom.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
All right. Broncos Neil should update here in a second. Yeah, it should be. I'll throw it up here in a minute. Let me go ahead and keep that where it's at, just in case that guy decides to change accounts and start spending. These guys get crazy sometimes. Keely says, I know Das Wolfen, but Bryce Young is a former Bama quarterback and Cam Newton is a former Auburn quarterback. Yes. Yes, they are. Reed says, all you need is Martin, then the entire murder hobo Baldur's Gate 3 gang would be here. Yeah, absolutely. The murder hobos. That's what they are, man. They go in just cleaning house. Ron says number one seed. Yeah. Feels good, doesn't it? Feels good. Yeah. Let's see. Ron says Chicago, Philly, and Carolina all lose. Yeah, I think that's funny as hell. The NFC is the better conference, my butt. Okay. All right. Keep talking that smack, Homer. And NFC is better. Yeah. I read that. Okay. Let's see. How am I ending up on there? That's very weird. I don't know why that ended up like that. But we will find out what's up. Yeah, you keep believing that, bro. You keep believing that. You're let's see. The defenses out of the AFC. Yeah, yours is probably the only one I actually fear. The Patriots are pretty good too, but the rest of those guys, nah. Not so much. Let's see. Let me see what we got here. First of all, we got to check the bookmarks and see what we got for this week. Yeah, I saw this craziness earlier today. It was nuts. Keely Chow says, Sherry threw the best Super Bowl watch parties at Sherry's Slamming Clams and Sherry's Clam Shack. Rip to both places. Damn you, Red Lobster. I hear you, man. This I saw earlier today. I could not believe this shit. This can't be a real thing. You guys let me know what you think of this. Defiant L's put this up. Let me go ahead and grab this and put it where I can share it with sound. You guys want to see some crazy shit? This can't be real. It can't be. But knowing the French, it probably is. You know? But I'll let you decide. I will let you decide. Hang on. All right. Get this over here. Yeah, when you're by yourself and you don't have a producer, sometimes it gets a little weird. Sometimes it gets a little weird. All right. So, let's get this where you can see it, and I will share it as same. All right, check this out, guys. You tell me if this is real or not. Okay? Here we go. Yikes.
What happens when you combine soccer and dancing? It's called disco foot. Here's everything you need to know. Disco foot is both a soccer match and a dance performance. It combines the basic rules of soccer, but has one rather important difference. Dancing is required at all times. Each match features one referee and 3 artistic judges. The judges assess the teams on their artistic merit, scoring them twice, first at halftime and then again at the end of the match. These scores are combined with any goals scored to determine the winning team. Remarkably, a team can win by excelling in dance, even if they haven't scored any. What happens when you combine soccer and dancing? It's called
What in the hell, man? What? How? No. I mean, only the French could come up with something like that. That is crazy. What in the fuck is that? Ron says lame. No doubt. Das Wolfen says, enjoy the #1 seed. We will be back. We will be taking it back next year with Jeremiah Love at running back, Kelsey in his final year, and the now bionic Patrick Mahomes goes after the Dolphin undefeated record. Ooh. Now, that, you know, I could buy into just about every aspect of that, but when you start saying the Dolphins undefeated record, no. No, they pop the champagne every year, bro. If Tom Brady and Randy Moss couldn't get that motherfucker, nobody's going to get it. Sorry, you're wrong about that one. But everything else I could buy into, John, really. But the Dolphins' undefeated record? Yeah. Nope. Just like I don't think we'll ever see the Tampa Bay winless record, too. I don't think that'll ever happen again either. That can't be French. No one is surrendering. Right? I just saw that earlier today. I was like, what in the fuck is this? That can't be real. That cannot be real. There's no way. Read by Nature says they say it's French, which gives it an air of believability, but probably AI. I would think so. I would think so. It's disco foot's what it's called. Yeah, right. They were surrendering their dignity. Read by Nature says. Let's see. Keely Chow says Jerry Jones needs to step down as general manager of the Cowboys. You think? Do you think? You think maybe he needs to hire a football guy? Well, just depends on how you look at it. From his eyes, he's successful. He's got the richest sports team on the planet. Of course, he's more interested in selling jerseys than he is winning championships now. But, you know, hey. What's funny is the guy that he traded to the Packers isn't even going to be playing for him in the playoffs. Yeah. I'm going to talk about a team backpedaling into the playoffs everybody thought was going to the Super Bowl. Ooh-wee. Let's see what else I have in my bookmark section this week. Oh, yeah. This is great. I don't need any sound for this. What was the caption on this thing? Let me go ahead and get this set up. Yeah, I think the caption is "Bro living in a fever dream." Check this shit out, man. This is too much. It's a dog in a sidecar on a bike. But look who pulls up next to him. Only in Cordura. Captain America, Batman, Wolverine. I don't know who that guy is all the way over there to the right. Could be the Invincible guy. I'm not sure. Spider-Man's back there with Captain America. And the Flash has got a unicycle. That's awesome. I love that one. I thought that was great, man. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this was in the news this week. I actually tweeted a news article of this. If you guys follow me on X, which you should. I'm JoesAtmosfere on X, too. I'm JoesAtmosfere everywhere, guys. Just check your social media. I'm, like, signed up on most of them. Frickin' MTV's 24-hour music channel went off the air on midnight, January 1st. Yeah. That is Robin on the far side. Okay, gotcha. No wonder I didn't recognize him. I hate that character. But yeah, apparently MTV officially shut down its 24-hour music channel. And I'm going to put this on for State of the Atmosphere this week too, guys, by the way. 24-hour music channels yesterday. They ended their final broadcast with "Video Killed the Radio Star," the first song that they ever played by the Buggles. The very first video broadcast by MTV on August 1st of 1981. That means they made it. Wow. Let me do the math real quick. 44 years before they shut it down. Little piece of pop culture history has gone the way of the dodo, ladies and gentlemen. Ron says MTV hasn't been relevant since the 2000s. To be fair, MTV has been dead since the late 90s. Everybody's got a different time frame here. Keely Chow says, meanwhile, here in the U.S., MTV is still on the air. Is it? Huh. Okay. Was that just in Great Britain? I'll have to look it up. Let's see. And Read by Nature says, I saw someone comment, thanks for the 18 years of music. 18 years. More like 44. Well, let's check that out real quick. Let's go ahead and do a search real fast. MTV Music Channel. And hit news. As MTV ends music channels, we look at the network's impact on Nashville. MTV's music-only channels are officially going dark. There's Deadline. MTV channels come full circle from final clip. Video killed the radio star. Yeah. Where are you seeing it on? Keely, where are you seeing it on? Very, very strange. Very, very strange. Because I wouldn't even know where to find it these days. I mean, I think on our Sling package, I used to see MTV on there, but it always had reality TV shows. It didn't have music. You know, I used to joke that, you know, MTV doesn't even play music anymore. Music television doesn't have music. You know what I mean? It was all like, didn't The Situation, wasn't that guy on Jersey Shore? Wasn't that MTV? And I have noticed that, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but the Taylor Sheridan shows, every one of them from Paramount has the MTV logo before it. So, yeah, it's very strange. I remember watching those kooky short tunes they had like the Head or the Max. Now the Max was based on a comic book, actually. The Max was based on a comic book. I can show you that. Let me see. Where's my search? Hang on. Let's go ahead and throw it up here. The Max comic. Ah, that was based on a comic book, man. Images. You're talking about this guy right here, right? Yeah, Max, why MTV Oddities changed the comics endings. Yeah, see, it was based on a comic book. There's one of the covers. Yeah, I remember that cover. Let's see. This is awful small. Blow this up. Yeah, there's one of the more famous ones. $62 for that one? Wow. Yeah. He was just a big hulking dude, man, with hooks on his fists. It was pretty cool. But yeah, that's where they got it from. I remember that one. Read by Nature, for sure. Keely Chow says yes. Keely Chow says the VMAs, Video Music Awards, are on both MTV and CBS. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, you know, they might have the Video Music Awards still. I'm not saying videos are not going anywhere. Here's the deal. YouTube has killed MTV as far as having a video music channel. Okay, that's just all there is to it. That's where I go to watch music now. I build a playlist. I build a playlist on YouTube of all the music I like. You know, it's killed it. Reba Nature says, I actually had an issue of Wolverine Venom crossover that I was sure was drawn by the Max's artist. Yeah. It could be. Celebrity Deathmatch was my favorite MTV show. Yeah, Celebrity Deathmatch was pretty cool, man. It was. You can watch that on it. They've got that all over YouTube, too. You can see all of that old shit there, too. Deathmatch was a fun show. Yeah, if you guys have never seen that show, just go to YouTube and search Celebrity Deathmatch, and you'll find all of those videos. Yeah, it was a good show. But getting back to his original thing he said about the Head and the Max, my favorite one was Aeon Flux, man. That was my favorite one. They actually made a movie of that one. Let's see. Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah. They have, and look, it's the MTV Vault. MTV Vault. They've probably got a playlist. They've probably got a playlist of all the Celebrity Death Matches here. I'm actually shocked it's not on the cover, but let's go to playlists, and I would imagine they're going to have a Celebrity Deathmatch playlist in here. Yep, there it is right there. Celebrity Deathmatch was one of the best ones they had. I don't want to get hit, but yeah, if you want to watch some funny shit, go watch those old things, man. They're pretty cool. Let's see. And that's where you'd find them. The MTV Vault. MTV Vault is where you'd find them. Let's see. Das Wolfen says NFL YouTube has the clip of the lineman hurdling the Raider. Okay. Let's see. Let's open another one here. You said it's NFL on YouTube. Okay, NFL. All right. Let's see. Where is the Chiefs game? Let's go to their page then, shall we? Let's go there. NFL, red zone, blah 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 blah. Previews, blah 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 blah. I'll get hit for showing this shit though. You guys go look it up yourself. I'd love to show it, but you know I'm going to get hit for it, buddy. You know that. Let's see. Keely Chow says Max was Image Comics along with Spawn. Yeah, it was one of the first comics that Image Comics did. Yeah. But the one I dug, man, was Ian Flux. Hang on a second. Let me show you guys this. Let's see. Let's get rid of all this bullshit I've got here. I'm going to keep Celebrity Deathmatch up just to show you some of the lineups they have on that thing. Pretty damn funny. Let's see. Eon Flux. Let me see if I remember how to spell it. I think it was I'll be damned. I sure did. I've been talking the whole time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Ron. Thank you. I did not know what you were talking about. Can't hear you. Yeah, I don't know why it muted. I have no clue. It's on its own. It's got its own agenda. Let me make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, I'm on the right microphone. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they actually made a half an hour television show out of it. Same animator did the short versions of it. But, and I don't know if you've seen the movie or not, but they actually have a movie of Aeon Flux. Charlize Theron, when she first started in movies, played Aeon Flux in it. It's a pretty cool movie. It ranks up there with like Ultraviolet, I'd say. You know, it's that kind of movie. Pretty wild. She was gorgeous, no doubt. She was definitely gorgeous. But yeah, it's a sci-fi flick. Ron, if you've never seen this one, I would check it out. I'd put that on the knock list if I were you. You know, don't worry. The knock list, folks, it still exists. We're always adding to the knock list. So, you know, you guys always be looking for stuff to show our buddy Ron. But yeah, this one came out in 2005. It's right in your wheelhouse time-wise. It's a pretty efficient movie. And you see how gorgeous Charlize Theron was back then. Wow, she was a babe. Let's see. Frances McDermott's in it. A couple other people. Let's see who else is in this. I love that right there. She's catching a fly with her fingers. You're supposed to catch it with your eyelashes, though, chick. Yeah, Frances McDermott's her handler. This guy, Martin, how do you pronounce that? Sokas? Is that his name? Sokas? The C is probably silent, kind of like Zonka. He was the guy in the movie that had her all turned around. He seemed like a cool dude, though. Johnny Lee Miller was in this. Wow. Peter Postlethwaite, yeah, he's good. Yeah, had some stars before they were stars, kind of thing, man. It's pretty cool stuff. I liked the movie. I thought it was cool. some of the security things outside of the place she was trying to break into. She was an assassin. That's what she is. She's an assassin. And I think it's one of those deals kind of like the Bourne Identity. She doesn't know about her past or something like that. It's been a long time since I saw this, guys. I really, I'd have to watch it to really be able to tell you everything. Let's see. Ron says, I've seen that. Not a knock list worthy. Gotcha. I got you. Okay. You didn't like that one? I thought it was cool. They probably showed it a lot on the Sci-Fi Channel when the Sci-Fi Channel was up and running. But anyway. So what are you guys looking forward to this year? You guys tell me in the chat what you're looking forward to. The more I hear about Doomsday, I'm going to see Doomsday. Don't think anything crazy. I am going to see that movie. But, look, first of all, what is this? All the original Avengers are going to show up with kids? It's the dad movie for the old Avengers? Is that what's going on? I don't know. These trailers they're making for it really are just like nothing. They're nothing. Thor praying, he does that all the time. Let's see. Real Das Wolfman says, I want to know which South American country we are going to liberate next. Oh, God. Yeah, Maduro arrived here from... oh, God, they took him to Guantanamo Bay first. And he's in the States now. I can't remember exactly where he landed at. Read by Nature says, my bar for Doomsday is just some decent, accurate-looking X-Men action sequences. Well, you're going to get that. I don't know if you've seen what they've got out there, but yeah, some of it's been leaked, and we're going to get hit. Hang on. Let me touch on something else real quick, and then we're going to get into that, buddy. Don't worry. I'm not going to forget about it. GTA 6, before it's delayed to 2027, laugh out loud. You're going to be lucky if you get that game this year, man. I mean, I'll give it to Rockstar. When they put a game out, they usually don't have to repair it too much. They take their time, they get it right. Yeah, I know you guys have been waiting like crazy. I'm not a GTA fan. I played the first one. And when I found out I had to kill cops, I was like, man, fuck this game. That's ridiculous. All these games try and turn you into the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy. That's why when I play Red Dead Redemption, I usually play it online. I just play as the character that I created. Because, playing as the character they got you playing, they have you robbing banks and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, that's not the kind of character I want to play. I want to be the lawman. I want to be the bounty hunter. I really want to be, I'd love to play online as a fucking U.S. Marshal. That would be awesome, But they don't let you do that. Best you can do is bounty hunting. Real Das Wolfens, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second, too. But what Read by Nature is saying here, my bar for Doomsday is just some accurate looking X-Men action sequences. Well, I don't know if you've seen, let's see, Marvel. Let me go ahead and put this up here where you guys can see it while I'm searching for it in real time here. Marvel Doomsday trailer. Let's just start there. Oh, God almighty. What is with this thing? Okay. Doomsday trailer. Okay. Let's go with the images. All right. So, a lot of this is going to be AI, but I'll show you some of the stuff that I know leaked. Now, one like this leaked. I know that. They actually showed Cyclops. Let's see. Trailer. Cyclops. That is not AI. That is an actual leak from the trailer they're going to put out. They actually have him. Yeah, there it is right there. This leaked from the trailer that they're going to be putting out next. You know, they've had the Captain America dad one, and they put out the Thor dad one, and now they are putting out the X-Men one next. And they showed Cyclops in his actual comic book uniform, so we'll see, man. But here's my problem with this, guys. I'm pretty sure that they're bringing them, and they're showing us what we want, like they did with Wolverine, and they're going to be alive for maybe 4 minutes and get wiped out. Right? I mean, they're setting it up. This is going to be a whole rebooting of Marvel going forward. The Doomsday is going to be the Infinity War. Right? It's probably going to have a cliffhanger ending. And it's probably and Secret War is what's really going to reboot the universe. That's when we're going to see the characters we have going forward. There are all kinds of different rumors going around about it and stuff. I don't trust any of them. I really don't. Let's see. But yeah, if you've seen the trailer so far, they're not showing you much of anything, and they're teasing stuff that. Here, let me see if I can. Frickin' Marvel may have put the X-Men trailer out already. They may have, because they were. Remember, Knock told us on State of the Atmosphere they were planning on showing it a different one every week while Avatar was out. Well, it's been out for several months, so we'll have to see. Let's see, Marvel. I think their channel is Marvel Entertainment, but yeah, it is Marvel Entertainment. Okay. Doomsday, only in theaters the 18th. All they're showing is still the Thor trailer. I'm going to hit the videos to see if they have anything else new. Of course, they have Wonder Man coming out. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for that, but it doesn't look that exciting to me. But yeah, all they've got out so far is the 2 Avengers dads for Doomsday. So the X-Men one should be the next one they put out, but I'm going to go see it because I want them to turn it around, guys. I'm a Marvel fan. As you can see, I've got Spider-Man shit everywhere. I'm a Marvel fan. I dig the X-Men. I used to read that book all the time, man, when I was younger. I love that book. You want to talk about a book that was anti-racism at its core and had fantastic characters. I mean, just totally awesome. Awesome stuff, man. But I'm afraid they're going to give us what we want and blow it all up, So we'll see. Brazil could use some help, E. Clay Thomas says, talking about what John was talking about, which South American country we're going to liberate next. Look, this whole thing with Maduro, this has been percolating for a while. And, yeah, A is to B is to C. Okay? We all know that China has been moving fentanyl into here for a long time, and a lot of it's coming from Venezuela. And we know that Maduro's been hand in glove with them. So, yeah, if you're old like me, you remember when we went into Panama to go get Noriega. Okay, it's the same kind of thing. It's the same thing we did in that case. They surgically went in there and got the guy. Instead of starting a big ground assault and all that shit trying to take the country, they just went ahead and lopped off the head of the Hydra. You know what I mean? So now they just... The thing I didn't like, what I heard, was that we were going to be running the country. We don't need to be running that country. I mean, if just give it to the next person and tell them, hey, you see what we did, right? You know what I mean? The big question I have to ask myself, and Sam, if he's out in the chat right now, he says, looking forward to trying to get my channel to 1,000 subs if the YouTube overlords will let me laugh out loud. Sam, I would like to know your opinion in the chat if you're watching. Why did they decide to do this now? Is it just the fact that the previous administrations were willing to be good with the devil they know in what they had down there? Or, I mean, because this guy, we went in, they said it's a law enforcement thing, and he was indicted on narco-terrorism and drug trafficking charges and weapons charges, right? These indictments came down 5 years ago, folks. 5 years ago. So why is it taking 5 years to get Delta Force to go in and go get him? That's my question. Why is it taking so long to go after the guy that they indicted 5 years ago? Sam, if you're there, if you know anything about this, or anybody in the chat that knows anything about this, please, if you have a credible explanation for why it's taken so long. I mean, just on the surface, I'd have to say it's been the previous administration's just not doing anything about it. And our current administration, somebody I voted for, and you know, somebody whose policies I agree with just about 90% of the time, but really wish would just shut up, because sometimes he just has diarrhea of the mouth. I mean, you know, and I know it's something that people love about him, but I don't. It's kind of like, I put him up there with Rush Limbaugh, okay? Rush Limbaugh was somebody that I agreed with a lot politically, but I couldn't stand listening to the man. He was so freaking arrogant and nose up in the air. Just, I hate people that talk that way. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Have you seen Maduro, Dr. Disrespect memes? No. That must be great because he looks a lot like him in that outfit he wears. Gilly Chow says, for the oil, all I want is the hot Venezuelan woman and Venezuelan baseball player with big league dreams. No doubt, right? Great baseball players, hot women. I got you. Yeah, that's awesome. Look, we've entered the second hour, and I've forgotten it is time for another cocktail. You guys that are cocktailing with me here at the club, go ahead, grab your cocktail of choice. I'm going to use my tie-dyed shot glass, okay, for a little bit of Jack Daniels. Okie doke. Cheers, boys and girls. And I really look forward to one day in the future. I'm probably going to be 65 before it happens, but having to meet up with you guys and actually having a drink somewhere. Really. I'm looking forward to that. I'd love for you guys all to come to my town, but, you know, hey. I know every bar owner in town because I worked with half of them. Most of them were like me, bartenders at the time, so, or security guys and stuff like that. Let's see, next up. Read by Nature says, sleeping dogs like GTA, but you're an undercover cop. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Sam says, looking forward to 007 First Light. So am I, my friend. Let's take a look at that one and see what's coming up with that. Shall we? Let's do that. 007 First Light. It's a video game, guys, that they're developing right now. Hopefully, it's not going to be crazy. Apparently, you can pre-order it. Look at that. If it ever lights up. Do they have a release date, though? That's the thing. What is this? IOI? Is that what that is? Is that what that stands for? IOI? Is that the studio? You can pre-order it now, apparently. Collector's edition now. Available March 27th, 2026. Pre-order now. Oh, shit. Look at that, man. Wow, dude. Let me put this up here so you guys can go check it out at your leisure. I will throw it into the chat. Let's see. I need to go ahead and get some chat going here. Let's see. Here it is over on Rumble for you guys, and I'll put it in the YouTube chat in just a second. Wow, that looks awesome. That looks badass, man. Oof. I hope that game doesn't disappoint. He better be a misogynist pig. He better be. Damn it. He better be. Let's see. Home. And let's go to my channel. And let's go ahead and get the chat. Go ahead and get the chat and pull it out. For some reason, this Streamlabs Talk Studio, it acts a little stupid. When you try and enter chats, it just locks up. It's really weird. They need to fix that feature. But I will go ahead and put that in over here. There you go. There's the link for First Light. And dude, yeah, I'm down. Let's go ahead and go back to that graphic. Apparently the collector's edition. Oh my gosh. Collector's edition. They have it for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Let's find out how much it's going to cost. Deluxe edition DLC pack, right? Got him as a commander. Love it. That's cool. Let me see if I can blow this up. It's not going to let me blow it up too big. They've got him as a commander. They've got him in, you know, the stuff he wore in Live and Let Die down there in New Orleans. And they've got the guy from that movie, right? The Day of the Dead mask and everything. Gleaming Gadget skin pack. One new weapon skin. And Obsidian gold suit. That is crazy, man. Check it out. It looks like a Caesar hat on that guy. Wow, man. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Sign up to get free items. Let's see how much it's going to cost. Nope. Okay. Apparently there's several packages. Standard, specialist, collectors. Hang on. Let me bring this back down. Get this all in here. There we go. And then we've got Legacy package. Looks like that's got the most stuff. Get this edition. Select store. Okay, this isn't very user friendly. It's not showing us prices either. So let's see. This is 007 First Light. And we're looking for the Legacy price. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can search for it. 007 First Light. Legacy. Pre-order price. Let's see. The game guide is $15. Huh. First Light Collector's Edition comes with a golden gun replica. Wow. Legacy Edition is going to be $300. It says here $300. But if you're but look at what you get, man. Oof. Dude. Yeah. That looks pretty damn neat right there. Let me tell you. The golden gun. Ooh. See, if I was rich, I'd get that in 2 seconds. Looks like the game's going to run $70. Everything's $70 now, but yeah. Sam, I'm with you. That looks like it's going to be cool as shit. Looking forward to that. Let's see. Next up here, E. Clay Thomas says, the lawn don't go around here. Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Okay, I'm lost on that one, E. Clay. That one went right over my head. The first Red Dead Redemption, this is Read by Nature talking. First Red Dead Redemption had U.S. Marshal skins for online. That's great, but I want to play as a marshal. I want to do missions as a marshal. The skin's awesome, but I want to do the gameplay. Seeing Marsden in the 90s Cyclops gear is something I've wanted to see, so that's satisfying at least. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to go see this movie just for those kind of things. And that's what they're doing when they put member berries into things, man. They're trying to get you to come for that. Now, let's be clear. The friggin' Ryan Reynolds friggin' movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, was totally awesome. I watched it just recently with the clients again. And man, it still stands up. Funny shit. It's great. It was a great send-off for the Fox universe. And you know what? Here in the last week, I've actually, since I saw that Cyclops thing, because I don't know if you guys know this or not, I'm a Cyclops guy. And they've never done him well in the friggin' movies. He's always been an afterthought. He's always the guy cock-blocking Wolverine. You know, they killed him in the first 5 minutes of fucking Last Stand. Look, if you're a Cyclops fan, you feel kind of like an Ant-Man fan in the MCU. Totally fucking dissed. You know, the guy's, he's never been dealt with the right way. He's the leader of the fucking X-Men. And you know what? Part of it's because they've never told the Mr. Sinister story either, right? Because he was the only guy who could beat him. You know, anybody that knows that story knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm a Cyclops guy. I'm not a Wolverine guy. I'm a Cyclops guy. I love Cyclops. I think he's great. Let's see. And yeah, it's going to be satisfying to see him in his fucking actual uniform. Because, look, if you grew up with it like I did, man, you remember when the original X-Men, which, yes, I can name them. It was Cyclops. It was Jean Grey. It was Iceman. It was Beast and Angel. That was the 5 of them. That was it. And if you remember, back then, back in the day, when Byrne was doing X-Men, and Chris Claremont and that bunch, what a run they had. My God, guys, those comics in the late 70s, early 80s, they were the fucking shit. They really were. The X-Men books were something else. But if you remember, that original team, they left the X-Men, started working for the government, and they were a team called X Factor. They were working for the government. They were working for the man to protect the humans against mutants. They were working as a team to hunt down mutants, but what they were secretly doing was they were using the government resources to hunt these folks down and then get them to Charles Xavier and get them to safety. It was a fucking cool book. It really was. X Factor. If you've never checked that book out, didn't last long, but it was a great fucking book. It was pretty cool. Funnily, is that a word? Funnily? I would say funny enough. Wolverine and Deadpool were so afraid of leaks, they had guys in fake costumes on set, including 90s accurate Cyclops. Really? Wow, that's funny. Keely Chow says, the DCAU. What is the DCAU? I don't know what that is. I have to assume he's talking about the DC Universe. Ended on a high note with the Justice League Unlimited. Oh, animated universe. Got you. And he made a statement earlier. The DC animated universe is greater than the MCU. I would beg to differ, but I can't really speak to it because I've never watched the DC animated universe. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I have not seen the whole thing. He says, ended on a high note with the Justice League Unlimited episode Destroyer. It featured female superheroes without becoming the DC animated universe. And didn't need to be rebooted, no doubt. Look, I hear nothing but great things about it. It's just, I limit myself to live action. I just do, because if I go down the rabbit hole of animated, you guys will never see me again. There's so much animated stuff out there, I'd never be able to watch all of it. But when I do, I'm going to start with Batman, the animated series, because I hear nothing but great things about it. Wonder Woman, the show no one asked for. Wonder Man. I'm sorry, Wonder Woman. Listen to me. My brain sees Wonder, and that's because I'm a flaming heterosexual. I can't help myself. Wonder Man, the show no one asked for. Absolutely, my brother. Wait, Ron, are you telling me this is a show you're not even going to touch? He actually admitted the other day that he gave Ironheart a chance and turned it off after like 1.5 episodes, something like that. Because he will give anything in the MCU a chance. Look, this guy right here, Ron, the more you tell him it's bad, he will go and judge for himself. And if there's anything good in it, he's going to make sure you know about it. But yeah, Wonder Man, it just looks weird. And they've race swapped him, which, you know, race swapping, let me tell you, it doesn't bother me that much. It really doesn't. I understand why all the Harry Potter freaks are freaked out about Snape, because that is a transparently white character, and they've decided to make him a black guy, and that makes no sense at all. From what I understand, part of the storytelling is going to be hard to do. Something about hanging from a tree, that's not good. Not for a black character. Let's see. The premise of Wonder Man has potential, but you can't have a meta-series about hero fatigue with the company solely responsible for it. No doubt. It makes no sense. Unless you're going to go full bore Mel Brooks and make fun of yourself. Now, that could be cool. That could be cool, but we know Disney's not going to do that. Disney's not going to do that. Just look at She-Hulk. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Sam says the MCU ended at Endgame as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, pretty much. The rest of it, it's had some good stuff intermixed with bullshit. Okay? Really. And look, it's so incoherent. I mean, anybody, even my friend Ron there, used to defend a lot of the stuff until, I mean, it became overwhelming for him. He just couldn't defend it anymore. I'm kind of glad to see him actually admit to the fact that there's a Sentinel at the top of the fucking polar ice cap. That's nice to see. They did that finally this last year in Captain America. Something they had established, 3 years ago? Ridiculous, man. Stupid shit. Just no plan. And we're finding out that the ultimate troll, James Gunn, was behind the entire plan for the MCU. Without him, it's fallen apart. It has fallen apart. He didn't write everything, but he outlined it for him. He told him, he said, look, because look, you can say what you want about James Gunn. He's a comic book nerd. He loves comic books. And he lined out, hey, this is how you need to structure it. Build up to this right here. You know. And they did it. Since then, they've had no... And matter of fact, here's the problem with the MCU. They went out of their way to hire people that didn't read the comic books. Not going to work so well. Not going to work so well. Look, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's a reason why Spider-Man has been popular since 1962 when he first was introduced. Okay, and the reason why he's so popular is because it's a well-written story. Just use the comic books as your fucking storyboards and make the fucking movie. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. You know. Let's see. Oh, Ron has taken a first step forward. He says there that Yeah, the Ravens have scored. Let's go Ravens, E. Clay Thomas says. Ron says a Ravens TD. Yeah, well, that game's just getting started. We'll see what happens. Let me go back to this here. Let's see. I need to catch up, don't I? Let's see. 007 First Light is going to be woke garbage. I don't know, Das Wolfen. I won't know until I see the reviews. Until I see the reviews, I will not make pass judgment. I cannot. It is ma'am, Ron says about it's ma'am about the shot glass. Let's see. Sam Whitfield says I'll be covering this more in depth on my show Wednesday, but I think it's partly because we had the virus of unknown origin to deal with 5 years ago. Okay, so you're saying that Maduro was put on the back burner until we got out of that. You know, we're still recovering from that. Look, guys, let me tell you something. The place I work for, and thank you, Sam, for answering my question, man. I appreciate it greatly. The place I work for, we just had our first reunion. It's a place called Core. It's a gambling rehab. It's a residential rehab. I have no problem telling you my wife went through there. She actually worked there for many, many years. And I went to work for them because I lost my job because of the big reset during COVID. You know, when all these companies decided to, file bankruptcy, restructure their companies, and the glass plant that I worked for 18 years. I was a furnace tech before I met you guys here on YouTube. And I was melting 300 tons of glass through 2 furnaces every day. And when they reset, when they filed bankruptcy and restructured the company, they shut us down here in Shreveport, Louisiana. And I ended up going to work for the place that had basically saved my wife's life. They knew me. I've been doing a group there for many, many years. And I worked for the helpline for for about a year and a half. And then I went to work for the house itself because they started, I don't know if you guys know about the 988 suicide line, but once that kicked in and I had to answer 5 or 6 suicide calls a shift, that was wearing on me. I was taking it home. That certain people are good at that. I am not one of them, and I'm not built for that. I have no problem helping addicts and gamblers and stuff like that. I've been surrounded by them my whole life. You know, I was a bartender for 18 years before I was in manufacturing, so I understand the mindset. But when it comes to suicide, not so much. It's a mindset I don't understand. If you threw me in a gutter with nothing, I would crawl my way out and find a way to do something. Okay, it's just my mentality. And I just don't understand that kind of thinking. But I know it's a real thing. And there are people that are good at that. And that's why I moved to the rehab. Look, our numbers dropped drastically when COVID happened. We used to have a reunion every year over at that house. We used to have a Christmas party every year at that house. And now we just had our first reunion this fall, back in November, since COVID. Took 5 years to get that going again. So I understand where you're coming from, Sam. Things can move slow from that. If you missed it, I asked Sam a while ago about why it was taking so long to go get Maduro, because these indictments that they say they were going to get him for these were filed 5 years ago in the state of New York. Look, guys, if you're not following the Whitfield Report, go do it. He is a great source of information for news, because you've got to watch everything that you're intaking when it comes to news. Some of the gameplay of First Light, Read by Nature says, looks interesting. They could add these ideas to Hitman. but it does look unpolished, which is typical for an IO Interactive. Okay. All right. Cool. They've got gameplay out there? Really? Let's see if we've got a video on YouTube about it. Let's check that out. 007. First Light. Gameplay. Okay. This one... Hang on. We'll go ahead and... we'll go ahead and set this up as sound. And we'll get it going. Bear with me, boys and girls. I have to set this up differently so it doesn't echo all over the place. And I need to share it in a tab form. You can stop. It auto goes right away. This is 36 minutes, but we'll just look at some samples of it. See what we got here. That's cinematics.
What he did in Iceland.
What he did was ill.
I love the soundtrack. I love Morgan's there. British actor. Love it.
Disciplined. Utterly reckless. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all.
Okay, so let's take a look at some gameplay. Here's some of the driving, looks like.
If 009 slips through our fingers, you're the last line of defense.
Exhilarate. Greenway's testing you, mate. That's all. Don't give him an excuse.
The cap looks good on...
That looks typical. Looks like he's driving for quite a while. Talking to people and whatnot. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to take up too much time with this, but let's take a look at some of him walking around and whatnot. Let's take a look at that.
Do you think I could get Gretchen Wonk's autograph on my daughter after the game? She dreams of going pro.
Ha! He's got some kind of sense thing he can hit there and stuff like that. Let's see. This appears to be the most watched part of the game. The video.
French intelligence. James Bond, MI6.
Yes, I figured as much.
What's your interest in 009?
Becker didn't spend his fugitive years on a golf course, if that's what you think. DGAC has been hunting him for a long time.
Okay.
We have a conflict of interest.
How about we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Fine by me.
Looks like Drive. Are they ever going to do anything exciting here? I just don't know. I'd like to see some combat gameplay. Okay, here we go.
I've got a plane to catch.
Oh boy, it slows down for you. That's awful nice, isn't it? That's awful nice. So yeah, this... This looks good to me. I don't know. It looks pretty cool, man. I'll give it this. It's not first person because I can't stand first person shit. That's why I don't play Call of Duty. I don't play a lot of games because they're first person. I just can't stand them. But yeah, let's go ahead and dump all that real quick. Yeah, that looks cool, man. And look, you guys know I'm a huge James Bond nut, so I'll be looking forward to that. I really will be. Let's see. Read by Nature says, though the DEI cast and them billing it as a modern audience, Bond means I'll never touch it. I hear you. That's the same thing John's saying, but I'm going to wait for the reviews. I got pushed in May. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Sam. I'm not sure. But I'm pushing you all the time, bro. Every time I see you. Let's see. Keely Chess is nice. Read by Nature says, funny thing about Daniel Craig is he is a gamer himself. I don't, whatever. I don't hold anything against Daniel Craig for the James Bond movies that he made. I totally think the Broccoli family dropped the ball on that, letting their actor dictate story content. They never did that before with any of the other guys, That's not his fault. He wanted to do a certain thing, whatever, He's found a pretty good niche with the guy that ruined Star Wars, right? What's that dude's name that made Last Jedi? Oh, God almighty. I'll have to look it up real quick because I have a buzz and I can't remember. Last Jedi director. You guys will probably have it up there quicker than I can put it up there. Right? Ruin Johnson. That's it. Real Das Wolfen. Ruin Johnson. Yeah, that's him. He's found a good niche with the Rian Johnson movies, the Knives Out movies. I don't know if you guys are fans of those, but they're pretty good. They are good movies. Let's see. Read by Nature says, GTA Online has a golden gun knockoff if you can unlock. Really? Very cool. Down with that. Eclay says, I meant to say the law don't go around here. It's quote from movie Tombstone. Oh, yeah. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Yeah, great movie. My birthday is coming up this month, hoping to get some PSN credit. I hear you, man. I hear you. You never know. Your friends might send you some. You never know. My favorite X-Men members are Wolverine, Cyclops, and Gambit, Keely Chow says. I never have been a Wolverine fan, guys. I have to tell you, I think he's a fucking asshole. Okay, I'm a Cyclops guy. And my favorite X-Men, I like Gambit. I like Cyclops. I like Colossus's sister, Magic. I dig her. I think she's got a fucking great story. Matter of fact, I bought the last X-Men movie that Fox made, The New Mutants, just because she was in it. And Anna Taylor-Joy plays her. Pretty cool. It was so funny. I love the scene in that movie where it's not the greatest movie in the world, but they at least tried to do something different. They tried to make a horror movie, right? Because, they could have done that with the X-Men movies. They could have made them different genres, just like the MCU's first couple of phases did, genre movies. But I loved it when they were going around the room talking about when their powers first were presented to them. And she just looked up and goes, I killed 13 men and enjoyed every second of it. That was so fucking great, that movie. But anyway, I'm trying to think. Rogue. They've never done Rogue correctly. That's another character. Hey, Anna Paquin's awesome. Don't get me wrong. And she did a great Southern accent. She did. But she'll always be Sookie Stackhouse to me, But the Rogue character, see, without Ms. Marvel, you really can't do the Rogue character, can you guys? Comic book guys, can I hear it? You really can't do Rogue correctly. You really can't. But anyway, let's see. Let's see who else is in here. Keely Chow says DC Animated Universe. Yeah. I know, man. I know. I hear it's great. Real Dust Wolfman says, first play, Cam Hayward goes down again. No! Oh, my God. Read by Nature says, Superman tune was good, much shorter than the Batman, though. Batman, though. Yeah, I got you. Looking through here, I thought I saw my friend Tommy in here, but maybe I haven't reached it yet. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. That's that one. Killy Chow says, at this point, if Paramount and Hasbro Entertainment in association with Marvel Entertainment were to start a Marvel Hasbro cinematic universe, it would be better than the MCU. That's a lot to unpack there, sir. Are you talking about the ones that they actually did in the comic books, like Micronauts and Rom the Space Knight, and I think they did Transformers. I think they did the first Transformer comics, didn't they? Wasn't that a Marvel property at one time? But yeah, there was a time there in the early 80s, guys, they did crossovers with Rom the Space Knight was a toy, and they made a comic book out of it, and Micronauts. Let me tell you something. There was a guy that used to draw these books named Michael Golden that was just badass. That guy, I actually got him to sign my my Nom. The Nom was the name of the book, and it's a war comic book about Vietnam, issued by Marvel, and it's called The Nom. It's not a superhero book. It's about soldiers. It's like Sergeant Rock or something like that. And it was drawn by Michael Golden. And you want to talk about some badass artwork. Let me leave the comment up here. I'm going to search for Michael Golden Micronauts. These were toys back in the late 70s, early 80s that were high-selling toys and stuff, but dude, the artwork he did for Micronauts was fucking awesome. So detailed. Let's see. I'm looking for some covers. This one right here. Yeah, that's part of it. But that's not Michael Golden's work there. That is not his work. That's somebody else's. That looks like Sal Buscema or somebody. But the Micronauts was a serious book, man. It was very cool. I think Michael Golden drew the inside of these books. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely his right there. I just don't know if I can blow it up. That's definitely his work. And that's black and white. Yeah, this is one of the first issues, too. They came from inner space. Yeah, I wish I could blow this up. Okay, here we go. All right. It just won't let me blow it up. Will not let me do it. But, man, I'm telling you, look up Michael Golden's Micronauts. I don't know if you can tell it from that picture, but they're running away from a... hang on, let me see. Go full screen. I just can't blow this up for some reason. But they're running away from a lawnmower. Guys, it's a push mower. One of those old blade push mowers. And these guys are running away from them. That's how small they are. It's kind of like Land of the Giants kind of story. But they're all soldiers and stuff, man. It's pretty cool shit. This Micronauts, I'm not sure if that's his or not. This is the Omnibus. Okay. Yeah, that's got to be one of his. Yeah. Michael Golden's a really, really good artist. Well, no, that can't be his. Look how bad that thigh is on that chick. Look how long that girl's thigh is. I know that's not Michael Golden's work. That's not him. he would have them the correct proportions. Look how, I mean, that's bad, guys. That is some bad work. I know I'm an amateur comic book artist, but come on. There's no way that girl's thigh is that long. There's no way. The hell. But Michael Golden's a really good artist. Let me see if I can find Michael Golden. The Nam. Images. That's number one. This is the one I had him sign, actually. I guess. Okay. Look. I'm an idiot. Let me download that and blow it up. Look how much detail he puts in this stuff, man. And that's a picture of it, but you can see the detail just from that. I mean, my gosh, that's a blurry picture, and look at the price. It's 75 cents. I'm not sure what year that's from, but yeah. Comic books used to be a lot cheaper. Maybe that's a better version of it. Yeah, here we go. It's a little bit clearer, but you can see the detail he put in this stuff. Everything from the mosquito shit they've got in their fucking helmet liners and all that shit, it's all in there. Michael Golden is a great artist, man. If you've never seen his stuff, go look him up. His comic books are fucking fantastic. And he did the first Micronauts, if that's what you're talking about, bud. That would be cool. I'd love to see that. Look, we had a small sniff of that in the G.I. Joe series, right? Remember, they kind of alluded to the Transformers hookup? Tommy Tippin, there he is on Facebook. He says, you're a class act, or maybe glass act. Laugh out loud. See, I knew there had to be... See, I saw this one, and I said, yeah, Tommy's giving me a compliment. And then he's got to bust my ass. What's up, Mr. Jiu-Jitsu? What's happening, man? That's one of those dudes you wouldn't want to mess with. He wins tournaments all over the place. He's fucking great. He's one of my best buds. He was there. You remember I was telling you earlier about how I got all the signatures on this helmet, including Matt Hasselbeck's signature? He's the guy that I sat with at that game. He's the guy that got me the killer parking space at the cell tower close to the stadium we didn't have to pay for. That's the guy. It's good to see you, Tommy. Good to see you. Let's see. Lenny James was also a guy Richie Snatch the movie, not the other thing. Yeah, I hear you, man. Let's see. Lenny James, he's talking about, that's Morgan from The Walking Dead. That's who he's talking about. Yeah. Yeah, he was in that movie. You know what else he's in? And I know you guys are going to laugh and tell me how bad this movie is and all this stuff. He was in the opening scene of Lost in Space with Joey, the guy that ends up, from Friends, Joey from Friends, the guy that ends up one of my favorite lights in cinema history, man. Whenever they're launching the spaceship to take the family to space to check everything out and everything in Lost in Space, he's the pilot, and he says, and the monkey flips the switch. But anyway, at the beginning of it, they're fighting these guys around a space station, and Morgan is one of the guys, Lenny James. Yeah, James Bond's driving simulator, no doubt, Ron. Yeah, that's what it looks like, doesn't it? But that's just gameplay samples. I mean, Joe having to target. Yes, I'm bad at it. Fuck it. Ruin Johnson, we already looked that up. Read by Nature says, I won't yuck your yum. If you enjoy it, then I respect that. That's right. That is one of the top things on my channel. Don't ever poo-poo people for loving something, man. Let me tell you. Because I'm a big fan of Yui Bull's Blood Rain trilogy, okay? Nobody can talk me out of that either. I love it. And it's some of the worst movies you'll ever see, but I love it. I think it's awesome. Of course, I'm a Blood Rain nut. You want to talk about a game. If there was any game from the old days that I wish could get a modern update, it's Blood Rain. Blood Rain was fucking badass back on the PlayStation 2 days. It was fucking killer. Let's see. He says, I won't, if you enjoy it, then I respect it. I would even watch you stream First Light. Well, you know, I'm not going to... Look, this is the way things go with the video games now, guys. I'm not going to buy it brand new. No. As a matter of fact, one of the guys that talked me into being a YouTuber was Jeremy Grimes from Geeks and Gamers. And he did it through doing his reviews of Last of Us 2, because I was looking so forward to that game. And I watched his reviews, and I was like, really? And then I did play it later on. My daughter played it and loved it. Ron's played it and loved it. You know, I played it, and I was like, you know, this game ain't for me. Matter of fact, I've never finished it. I have to play as the bitch that killed Joel for half the game. And I can't get through it. I just can't do it. I can't stand the bitch. But anyway, you know, but I'm not going to get mad at them for not liking it. I have my opinion of it. Other people love it. That's great. I do know they did half of the game for the second season of Last of Us, and I don't think we're ever going to see another season of Last of Us. They didn't even finish Last of Us 2. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes for them, right? But yeah, I might play it, but I'm going to be checking out the reviews first, and I'm going to watch some gameplay videos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, that's why I started playing Dungeons & Dragons, the game that Nock and John and Martin are playing now. I watched a lot of shit on it, and even though I don't like to read a lot, I found out that they did speak a lot of these lines, and I was like, okay, I can deal with that. It's turn-based, another thing I don't usually do. I was never a Final Fantasy fan because I like live action, you know, combat and stuff like that, because I'm a fighting game fan and stuff like that. But I enjoyed the shit out of Dungeons & Dragons. It took me back to those days when we had the dice and the graph paper mapping things out, and, you know, the modules that we'd play through and stuff like that, having a dungeon master and all this stuff. It took me back to those days, man, and I dug it. I thought it was really cool. I really dug it. Let's see. Ryan Ruin Roundhead Johnson. Keely Cha says, still the best of the sequel trilogy, Ron says. You know what? Still the best of the sequel trilogy. I would say my favorite of the sequel trilogy is Force Awakens. And it's simply because it's got Han Solo in it, really. When it comes right down to it. That's why I would say that one. But the one thing I do like about... I'll never forgive what they did to Luke Skywalker's character in that movie at all. He would never do that. He'd never try to kill his own nephew. It just makes no fucking sense. But I do like one thing in that movie. We have heard all about what is it called, Ron? The rule of two. You've always got a mentor and an apprentice, right? You've always got that, right? With the Sith. And we got to see the apprentice, and we all know how it goes with the Sith. The apprentice always gets to a certain level and kills the mentor, right? And takes over, and we got to see that in that movie. And he right away was trying to get his apprentice. Right away. First thing, he's trying to make Rey his apprentice. You know? We have heard about that plenty of times. Never seen it happen on screen. And we got to see it in that movie. So I will give that movie that. No doubt. You actually got to see that in that movie. And I know everybody just, we didn't know anything about Snoke. Where'd he come from? Motherfucker, you don't need all that fucking shit. You're just a lore fucking queen at that point. I'm sorry. I can't listen to that argument about, we didn't know anything about Snoke and they killed him. That was refreshing. They killed him. That's awesome. He's a bad guy. Fuck him. I don't care what happens to him. But I wouldn't say it's the best one. I think Force Awakens was. I think we can all agree the worst one was Rise of Skywalker. That was really horrendous. Sam says the Bond game got pushed back to May instead of March. Okay, well, that happens a lot. As long as it doesn't get past a whole year. Holy shit. We called that this morning, Ron. Raheem Morris fired. They couldn't even wait. Yeah, couldn't wait till Black Monday. They did it tonight, right? Let's see. Real Dust says, Wolfen says, wow, I thought Captain Capri Pants would be first. Nah. As a matter of fact, don't be surprised if that guy survives, because yours was looking decent up until today. Let's see. Read by Nature says, it's a shame because Doomsday or Secret Wars would be a fantastic opportunity to have Paquin's Rogue drain Larson's Captain Marvel. Say a little prayer that they actually do that. Say a little prayer that they actually do that. Read by Nature is obviously a comic book guy and knows what I was talking about earlier. In the comic books, Rogue flies. She's damn near bulletproof. And she's really strong. Why is it? It's because in the comic books, she drained so much power out of Ms. Marvel that she absorbed her psyche and killed her. And permanently kept all of her powers. And in the comic books, every once in a while, Ms. Marvel, who's a strong-minded person, actually takes Rogue over. Right? Read by Nature? Could be great stuff. Cross your fingers and hope they do that. Hope they do that. Don't say it's a shame. Cross your fingers and hope they do that. That would be awesome. They'd get rid of Brie Larson, who has been a thorn in their side for a long time, right? Let's see. What else we got here? G.I. Joe and Transformers. Yes, Keely Chow says. Of course. Steelers failed to convert 4th and 1 at midfield. Why are they going for it on 4th and 1? Why aren't they punting? They deserve to lose if they're going to play that way. They're going to play their way right into Ron winning the fucking picks for the year. Still better than Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Fuck Naughty Dog. I'm with you. Yes, absolutely. I don't buy things day of release now. Games are too expensive. 70 pounds, 80 pounds is outrageous. Read by Nature. If it's something I really dig, I will pay full price. I will support the things I dig. But, look, I've told this story before, but WWE 2K20 is the one that made me stop buying things brand new, because I paid $100 for that game. It was $60 for the game, but it's $100 for the Game Pass for people that can't sit there and play and unlock everything. And the 4 previous years, I'd spent $100 on the game. I spent $100 on that one, and I've played it for a total of an hour because it was such a buggy mess. So, yeah, I won't do that ever again. That's what turned me off of buying brand new games. But if it's something that I really dig by a studio that I know, if Rockstar makes another Red Redemption game, I will buy it day one. I will buy it day one. There are a couple of other D&D games out there under Pathfinder name you might want to look up. Okay, Read by Nature, I'll check them out. Ron says Ravens up 10-0. The Rise of Palpatine. Yes. How stupid was that shit, Keely Chow? Yes, absolutely. The Rise of Soy Walker. Yes, Keely Chow. Yes. I agree. It would be awesome, Keely Chow says. Yes, it would be cool. Read by Nature says, the 90s tune did a good take on Ms. Marvel possessing Rogue, though I caught some issues of the comic book that call back to that, and it seems some X-Men resented Rogue for that. Yeah, you know what? They can kiss butt. Though the comics have it more established, Rogue was originally a villain. Well, in the comic books, Mystique is her mother. So, take out of that what you want. But Mystique is her mom in the comic books. Yeah, but the comic books and the movies, they're different things. I mean, we could do an entire show about the differences between the comic books and the cinematic universes, because anybody who's an Ant-Man fan would probably be pissed at the MCU. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they had to put Michael Douglas in there as the original Ant-Man, because that's the guy that started the Avengers. Hank Pym was a fucking brainiac, man. But anyway, that is it for tonight, guys. We've hit the 2-hour mark, and I want to see the end of this and see if, in real time, whether or not I'm going to have to eat crow with Ronimus beating me at the picks this year. Which, you know what? Next year, Ron, you're not going to get to know how many games you've got to fucking win, you little pain in the ass. You made most of these picks because you just wanted to go against me so you could beat me. Let's see. And her father is a redneck who hates mutants. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for tonight. I want to thank you guys for being here. My brother, I just heard from him about an hour before showtime. He is back in the States. He's back from his Christmas cruise, and he should be good to go for next week. So, you will not be seeing this show next week. You will be seeing the Brothers Hack the Matrix, unless he runs into some trouble and he's got to take care of business. He is a logistic manager for a company. So, that is always a thing that can happen. Look for us next week at this time, 6 p.m. Central Time on my channel. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, don't forget, Military Monday is going to come your way at 10 a.m. Central Time. And I will be on with Gary and Anima and Martin. And I believe, let me see real quick which movie they're doing. I did know what it was, but I'm not quite sure. I've got a buzz tonight, so I don't really know. That's right. We're doing The Majestic tomorrow. And if you... Really, The Majestic, if I remember correctly, Martin and guys, I think it's a story of stolen valor. I'm not quite sure. It stars Jim Carrey. Hang on one second, guys. I got it here for you, if I can. There we go. The Majestic, starring Jim Carrey. So you guys come check that out. We're going to be talking about it tomorrow morning. I saw this movie. It's been a long time. I'll watch it at 2 times speed tomorrow just to catch myself up. But, look forward to that tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then, of course, the next... want to remind you about It's Only Talk and Roll. It comes your way every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. That 70s Rock Fan will be busy this Monday. He's not going to have a show, but... don't forget about it. Next week at 4 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with another great show about a movie or music on It's Only Talk and Roll on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then, of course, on Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And my friends will be giving me shit as I continue my first-time playthrough of Mass Effect 3. With part 13. So you guys come check that out tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, it's back over to Pop Culture Minefields channel for Wednesday afternoon matinee, where we talk about a great movie with Anima, Martin, and Gary himself on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for State of the Atmosphere. We'll be talking about all the January movies coming out, which probably aren't many. I haven't even looked at it yet. We'll be giving you the pop culture update. We'll check in on the girlfriend of the show, Sydney Sweeney. And we will give you our review of the latest episode of Fallout. All of that and more this week on State of the Atmosphere at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Then it's back over to my channel again Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time, where we will catch up with America's Pirate Patriot on Sketching the Privateer every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time as I work on my comic book. And then 8 p.m. Central Time, show up, Martin, Knock, and Das Wolfen tearing up some Baldur's Gate 3 on Gaming Night with John on Pop Culture Minefields channel. If you haven't watched that show yet, you're missing out. It's fucking hilarious. Those guys are great. They have a good time together. Martin and Knock, I think, are going to make John bald by the end of the run here. He's going to pull all his hair out. They're having a good time doing it. You guys go check it out. 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And don't forget, this Saturday pregame party will be coming your way at a special date and time because of the NFL playoffs. We have games on Saturday and Sunday, so we will be doing our show the next 2 Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Time to cover everything. So don't forget about that. You guys go check it out. This Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time, we'll let you know what we think about the games going forward in the NFL playoffs. Of course, Knock and I get to sit at the house and watch everybody beat each other up because we're the 1 seeds. So, anyway, we'll see you next Saturday to talk about the playoffs. And then that brings us right back around to the Brothers Hack the Matrix or Chillin' at the Club, just depending on the availability of Highlander. So, for myself and everybody in the chat and all the friends of the channel, I want to say, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming. Let's see. Keely Chow says, thank you for a great show. Man, you're always welcome. This guy always leaves a comment. You guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's not hard to do. It's free for you. Just spread the word so we can get this out to everybody. Ron says, yeah. Of course, he's talking about us having home field advantage and not having to leave home and watch everybody else beat themselves up. Let's see. Ron says, don't hate the player, hate the game. Laugh out loud, talking about how he's done this. I can't believe he got every one of those fucking right. What are the fucking shit? Of course he did. All these guys started sitting there. I could not believe they sat Dak Prescott at halftime. I was like, you're kidding me. You sorry fuckers. That's why they'll never win a championship. Fucking... those players act like they're at a fucking country club in Dallas. Let's see. Kelly Chow says you're welcome. All right, guys. Look, I'm going to go watch the game. I got to give Knock hell. I'm going to be giving him a lot of hell if he wins the fucking picks because of this crap. I'm definitely going to give him shit because he made a bunch of picks today he would have never made in a fucking million years. Anyway, you guys take it easy. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. Where's my list? There it is. See ya.